How many of them succeed? Lots of people start restaurants as big as McDonald's. Of course not. No one ever had.
Every brother that is a participant from us as player coaches. The transformation, I think, was substantive. Watching the brothers bond and develop and grow and transform is always amazing to me. And so this weekend was, for me, nothing short of amazing, watching the brothers do their work and fully engaged, right? Like, so we didn't see any brother half step. You and I were able to see every single brother fully engaged, even brothers that came in saying, this ain't what I really do. Just let me sit back in the cut and chill. Right. Those brothers genuinely fully engaged and grew not just as individuals, but as a collective.
What's going on, y'all? What's going on with you? Say what's up to me in the comments. It's a little late on here today, but I'm here. Let everybody know that that I'm on. I want to talk to you guys about a new tool that we have out. It's a tool that finally proves a man is advancing and not just trying, right? So I want you to let everybody know that I am on. And let me see if I can do this too. Let me put this over here. See how I can make this work. Comment, let me know that you're on. Say hello to me. Tell me where you're watching from. Give me your name, where you're watching from. And I will be right with you. Let's see here. Live. Tell me what's up. Tell me where you're watching from. All right, let's see here. Okay, cool. All right. Make sure I don't hear any feedback. Okay, for those of you that are watching me by Instagram, shout out to you. What's going on with you? For those of you that are watching some other form, whether it's on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, thank you for watching as well. Do me a favor, let me know who you are and where you are watching from. We have some exciting news. It's almost like a kid at Christmas. It's almost like a kid at Christmas. Some great things happening in our world as we serve men. For every lady, you're going to want to have your husband be a part of this. Hey, Lala, I see you are on Instagram. I never know where you're going to pop up, whether Instagram or on Facebook. Are you on YouTube as well? If you are not on YouTube, if you have not followed us or subscribed on YouTube, do me a favor and do that. I'm gonna stop using the phrase "do me a favor." You're not really doing me any favors. You're doing yourself a favor as we do this work together. So I'd really like to know who you are, where you're watching from, and I got some incredible news. Let's see. my wife my wife says she's everywhere. Yeah, pretty much. But it's an exciting time. My wife is probably the only one. She is the only one, the only woman that really knows how Reman works and how it functions. And I sent her a text with some proprietary information, maybe about 20 minutes ago. And I don't know whether she's opened it or not, but that's what I'm here to talk about. Not in detail because it's still in the beta phase, but we have found a way. It's fire, right, La? Yeah, we have found a way to make sure that the work being done by the brothers inside of our world, that work is measured, that man is held accountable, that he is not simply trying to make things happen, but he is actually making things happen. And so it is just absolutely great to see. For those of you that don't know, all things Apple over here. My wife just kind of vacillates. One day she's for Apple, the next day she's for Android. Yeah, so I don't really mention it a lot because a double-minded woman is unstable in all of her ways, right? Excuse me. Let's see if I can't pull up some talking points because I don't want to lose you guys with anything that I have to say today. It's going to be incredibly important, and so I want to make sure that I am clear about all the things that I need to really talk about. In fact, let me do this. Let me come out of here for a second. There's people joining, so I won't. So what is crazy is that we are always looking for new ways to serve the brothers that we are called to serve. So for those of you that are watching by Instagram, thank you for hanging out. For those of you that are watching by Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, thank you for hanging out. But it's incredibly important that brothers not lie to themselves. One of the things that I have noticed about men is oftentimes, we don't do it intentionally, but oftentimes we think we are better at a thing than we actually are. And the only way to really find out how good you are at a thing is to measure it. If inside of our world, we don't do anything simply based on emotion. We do things based on metrics, right? Like, are you good? Are you doing the work? Are you not doing the work? And we measure every part of the process because we know that the guys that we serve, at least, I can't speak for any other organization. I can't really speak for any other work that anybody else is doing. I know for us inside of our world, we genuinely want to make sure that the metrics are clear. Either you're getting results or you're not. Like we don't spend our time trying to figure out. Well, we don't use language like I'm doing better. We don't use language like things are good. No, we use language that is very specific around what you are attempting to accomplish, what your goals are, because we help you actually meet those goals. There have been guys that have come in recently. Listen, they killing the game. Guys that have come in recently that are on track to do multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars in their businesses because of the work that they are doing. I'm excited about that because when we meet every single week, whether it's a meeting because it's our group call or whether it's a meeting because there's a training that they're watching in live training on a Friday. The first thing I want to know is not how are you doing, just like I'm doing good, like drop your score. That's how we roll. Drop your score. The numbers don't lie, right? The numbers don't lie. Drop a 1 in the chat if you recognize the numbers do not lie. You can't run from the numbers. You can't run from the work that was or was not done. The work that was or was not done. Right? The work that was or was not done. Have you done the work? Yes, I've done the work. No, I haven't done the work. Like there's no shame, like inside of our world, inside of Reman Universe, inside of the Reman world, we don't shame you if you don't do the work. We just remind you that there's a group of people that are relying on you to do the work that you said you would do. The work you said you would do. I want to shout out Dr. Will Moreland. Earlier today, he put up a Facebook story that really had me thinking. It just genuinely had me thinking, and I've been trying to find a way to repost it, just because it hit me in the gut. What he said hit me in the gut. He was talking about, and I'm going to paraphrase what he said, but he is talking about how many people that are in service industries, like I'm in a service industry, I serve men. Very clear about who I serve. I serve married businessmen with families who look more successful than they actually are. But yet they realize that they're fractured, they're fragmented, and really want to develop a mastery over life, leadership, and legacy all at the same time. That's the man that I serve. If you're not that man, we accept you in our world, but you know, my wife and I talk about this all the time. She often says, "You leave people out, babe. Is this a person that you would serve?" And I'm saying I'm serving, but I'm talking to a very specific guy, the very specific guy who has the pressure every single day. Crystal Fendi Styles Clark, good to see you. I'm talking to the guy that every single day is concerned about how to manage all of the things that he's got going on all at the same time. Like, how does he manage that? A guy that's single, I will serve him, but he doesn't have the challenges that a married guy who has children, trying to run a business, or CEO of a company. Yeah, it's a different kind of world. What's up, E? My guy, good to see you, man. So for example, E is a business partner of mine. Shout out to him. He is also our resident clinician, one of the best that ever did it. It's my guy. Well, he not only works with Reman, but he's married. Not only married, he's got children. Not only married with children, he got grandkids. That's a different kind of pressure. That's a different kind of pressure. It's not to say that guys who are single don't have pressure, because they do. Running a business in and of itself is pressure. Being in management or being in the C-suite is pressure in and of itself, right? So I'm not talking about whether or not that's pressure. What I'm saying is it's a different level of pressure It's a different level of pressure when a guy has different domains that he's trying to juggle, and then he's slapped in the face with this one idea. Balance doesn't work. It's a lie. It's a myth. It's a myth that has been shoved down our throats for decades now. Work-life balance, work-life balance, work-life balance. I'm going to tell you a story that is a true story. It's funny because the other day I was on the phone with one of our banks. Remand banks with not just a big bank, but it also banks with a credit union. And so I was on the phone with the credit union, and they were going through our profile, and they were asking us for our NCIS number, something like that, right? To kind of figure out where we fit. We are an educational company, right? They are trying to figure out the number. And she said, explain to me what you do. And I told her, I ran it down. I said, this is what I do. And she said, oh, listen to this. This is going to sound real funny to y'all. She said, oh, like you help men. Clearly the name Remand, I get it. Like you help men. And she said, try to deal with work-life balance. Oh, y'all, listen to me. I had to, those of you that know, those of you that know me and my disdain for work-life balance, my disdain for the word balance, I had to say yes, because I just couldn't take the time to explain to her my ideological perspective on balance and integration. Like I couldn't take the time to do it. So what's happening? Good to see you. STASOFT, stay soft, 721. Good to see you. Yeah. So I say, yeah, that's what we do. And in my heart, I'm saying, no, we don't do that at all. Like y'all remember Kevin Hart? Like, no. Like I did not want to acknowledge the whole balance thing, but for the sake of trying to get the accounts set up and everything in working order, she had to have information in language that she understood. I can't tell you how many people I've come in contact with that have said to me, hey man, you got to explain to me this whole balance is a lie thing. I've been taught balance my whole life. I've been trying to balance my whole life. And I said, exactly. You've been trying to balance your entire life, right? You've been attempting to balance your entire life and it doesn't work. Aren't you exhausted with the juggling act of trying to balance your entire life? It doesn't work. So what we do inside of our world, inside of the world of Remand, what's happening? Peace, my guy. Good to see you, man. Stacy, what's happening? Jordan's mom. What's going on with you, classmate? Good to see you. I couldn't say that. I would have spent another 30 minutes talking about philosophy, and I just needed the accounts set up, right? Like I just needed the accounts set up. So I chose not to really die on that hill, right? I just needed the account set up. And so here is what we bank on inside of Remand. Everything gets measured. Everything. Jasmine, what's up, my guy? Good to see you, man. That's you good, bro? Jasmine is a friend of mine in the Carolinas. And let me shout him out too, because he's one of the first people that ever gave me voice, right? Like on his platform. And also I did a training for the college. Are you still working at the college, my guy? Let me know. Coach Walter Sellers, good to see you, man. You go, yeah, you good, bro? Yeah, I love you more, man. Thank you for hanging out with me, bro. So I did a training at the college, and you know, he connected me with several people there, and so I'm forever grateful for those individuals that have been a significant part of helping to raise the voice, not just of Donald Morton, but of the work of Remain. So I'm grateful, my God. Thank you, man. Still at Pitt Community College. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, man. Thank you. And I want to say that publicly. Thank you for your assistance in giving me platform. You've never had to do it, and you've consistently done that. So I want to appreciate you. So we have, because everything gets measured, everything. We wanted to make sure men had a tool that proved they were advancing, not just trying. Trying is language of failure, not just trying. We wanted to make sure they had a tool that they could measure whether or not they were actually advancing. And that tool is in its beta form right now inside of the Remain Forge. Right now, inside of the Remain Forge, that tool is being beta tested. It's somebody said it to me recently. Like, I geek out on things like this. Like this is something so significant. It's so significant in the journey of Remain and the development of Remain. There are countless organizations out here, and I celebrate every organization that is doing great work. I celebrate those organizations. There's only one Remain, though. There's only one Remain. And Remain is advancing every single day toward the goal of making sure men get served, right? Making sure men get served. Only one remained. Only one remained. And I'm so proud of the work. I'm so proud of the work, because the work is being done not just here in Georgia, not just in Delaware, but it's being done in California, Texas, Kihancha, Kenya, right? Like, we are expanding, but in order to expand responsibly, we had to do so with creating scale that wouldn't break. And so every day we're looking at ways in which we can scale the company. We can serve as many men as we can possibly serve. We genuinely want to be like McDonald's, over 1 million served. I think McDonald's now is over 1 billion served, maybe 1 trillion served. I know I'm one of those 1 trillion, right? A good number one, Jasmine, man. A good number one, bro. Big Mac, large fry, large sweet tea. I was on the line earlier today with a sister who owns a company that is going to be working with my wife and I around fitness and around health, and you know, looking at what my numbers say physically, and you know, what is this number, and I'm looking at my last set of labs that were done. Like, the numbers, y'all, the numbers is what you got to know. The numbers. And so what I want to do is I want to offer Jasmine, you, bruh, and your guys, and anyone that is watching, that is a man. Of course, we do not serve women inside of Remand. And we get offers all the time and requests all the time. When will you develop Remand Woman or Rewomaned or anything like that? No, that is not the work that I do. However, there are some things that are coming up that we're working through in the background where an element of the work that we do will be to serve the wives of men who are going through our process, because the wives that are going through our process go through hell with the men that are the wives of the men who are going through our process go through hell, because the process causes a lot of things to emerge. It causes a lot of things. La. You don't. My wife, I sent her. I sent her the process, so she is talking about her score. She obviously went through the app and has a score based, but none of the things that some of the things, but the majority of the things, she's not a man, so she cannot have a score. But I understand. I'd be interested once I'm off of here, babe, for you to tell me what the score is. I'd like to see it. So, and yes, that is exactly what I was talking about. Remand her. We've got some things to kind of work through in the background, but our goal is to make sure that we serve. Our goal is to make sure that we serve the wives of the men that are going through the process. And here's why this, I will finish explaining it. Here's a truth. When a husband goes through this process, it is grueling. It's grueling. It's the most difficult process that he'll ever go through in his life. And oftentimes, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr. and I, we have this saying that the cotton candy podcast, the cotton candy men's groups, the cotton candy groups they down the street. They're around the corner. Look for the pink awning. That's not us. The work that we do is grueling. The work that we do, there are many men that don't survive it. And when I say don't survive it, I'm not talking about they don't survive it because they die. They don't survive it because it's a lot of work, and doing that work is strenuous. It's grueling, and it will push you. Angela, good to see you, sis. It will push you to be the man that you were created to be, but the phases of what you have to go through to be that man is the most difficult phases you'll ever see in your life. So this is a dare. This is a dare. I dare you. I tell you what, better than I can tell you. Let me let.
Expecting to see change. I respect what Remand brings to the table. So I came in anticipating that there would be some change, visible and invisible, with all participants. What I did not expect for me to, even as a facilitator,
we need to
become more of a participant as well,
Remand tour,
and find what I would find out about myself.
Having a phone call.
I think, as one of the brothers said, the vulnerability that I was allowed to fall into, not only outwardly let me explain or present who I am in a deeper fashion to the men that were here, but it made me be more accountable for who I am internally and find some more things, some more places where there's more work to be done, but also to see where I've done work. So I think those two, expectation and surprises, are where I feel I benefited the most. I came in expecting to see change. I respect what Remand brings.
Wow. So the brother that you just witnessed, Pastor Bell, can you hear me now, man? I didn't know whether or not this would impede you being able to hear me. What I said, bruh, is I would love an opportunity to talk to you about the Remand Tour, and bringing that tour your way along with other pastors in your area that you already know, that you have relationship with. I'd love to bring it your way, right? We now what I was saying is that brother is Larry Stark. He is the leader of the Stark Naked Truth. He was a player coach during King's Council weekend, did a significant amount of work. And even he, as a leader of a men's group, understood the challenges and the that come with doing the level of work that we are called to do. Right. And so what I want to make sure is happening is that you understand that sending your husband, sending your son, sending your father, sending your brother, sending your nephew, as long as he is 21 years old and older, he's got to be 21 years old or older to walk into our process. But this is what we have proven. The man that walks in is not the same man that walks out. There is a different level of man, different kind of husband, different kind of father, different kind of business owner. We don't just deal with one part of him, we deal with every part of him. So if you're here and you say, hey, Donald, okay, then here's what I want you to do. We are offering a 7-day free trial of this work and in our world. A 7-day free trial. So you get 7 days inside the world. You get access to all of our trainings. You get access to the community of brothers that are going through the same journey you are going through. And guess what? You don't have to stay. You don't have to pay a dime. But I think it's worth you being able to see if you've got what it takes to play the game that men across the country and around the world are now playing, the game of integration. Because let me tell you this, integration is a grown man's game. It is not for the faint of heart. It is not for the guy who, let me just kind of give you an equivalent. For those of you that understand, Navy SEALs is another level. Being a Navy SEAL is another level. Right? Like that is a different kind of, that's not just a soldier. That's a different kind of soldier. Remand is playing a different kind of game. So where some men would say, yeah, I'm good at this, and he's failing in other areas. Good at business, handling his business, but wife suffering in silence. Maybe he's good as a father. Maybe he's great as a husband, but he's personally unfulfilled. You do know that there are many men that are like that. Good at one thing, suffering in so many other areas. Well, Donald, what makes this different? What makes it different is we teach you and walk with you to master all of it at the same time. Not in sequence, at the exact same time. There's a formula that we live by. What I want to do is I want to show you the formula so that you can actually see what I'm talking about, at least at a glimpse. Here we go.
I found out why not only me, but most men don't reach their full potential because they have not learned this formula. This formula will cause you to reach your full potential. Anybody interested? I say, anybody interested? Yeah. Not 95, not 80, 100% of the time, this will work if you learn to work it. SQ is my belief about my identity and purpose. AQ is about capacity. If I can lock in identity and purpose, if I can become solid on who I am and why I exist, and I can hold that identity and purpose under extreme pressure, then it's just a matter of time before I execute life, leadership, and legacy. My family, my business, my personal life rest on my ability to remain who I am under extreme pressure. The character that I've been using to get to this level is not sufficient to get me to the next level. So what I had to do is switch out character. Because when I switch out character, I choose a new character that is designed to get me to the next level. You cannot get to the peak without first honoring the fact you got to master the pit. In 80s, there was no iPhones and taking pictures immediately. No, sir. There was this time when there was a dark room and you had to go into the dark room. It had to be dark so things could develop. Because if you turn the light on ahead of time, it ruins the picture that is emerging. If I can get you to master your sense of belief in your identity and purpose, and you can hold that belief under extreme pressure, then you'll be able to execute skillfully across life, family, and business. I wish I had 10 of y'all that would jump up and shout, because all you are is a character away from the next level of your life.
You are a character away from the next level of your life. Now, I'm not like other coaches going to get on here and tell you it's the easiest thing in the world. That's marketing language. Remand is hard. The process is difficult, but the results are proven. Remand is hard. Remand is difficult, but the results are proven. And what I want to do is my gift to you, I want to open up our world 7 days free so that you can step into it and decide for yourself whether or not you have what it takes to be among a group of brothers who have committed their lives to integration. So what I want to do is I want to open up for any questions that you guys have. Just put the questions right here in the comment section, and I will answer as many as I possibly can. Got about 5 minutes before I got to roll, but I want to make sure that things are happening in your life that makes it a bit easier, at least to access the world. Like you can access this world. Okay, you can access this world. All right. Are there any questions, comments? I want to give you some space and time to be able to deal with those. If not, I'm out of here. I will see you inside the world of Remand. Your life will transform like you've never experienced before. See you inside the world.